What's up? It's Levi with Transplant Your Mind Breakup Recovery. If you are in the midst of the hell of a breakup right now, sit back and listen because I'm going to give you some key pointers into how to raise your self esteem so that you can start to know your worth and move on. So stick with me to the very end to get all those pointers. First, I want to say I'm sorry for my absence. I just had a daughter a month ago, and everything in my life got put on hold. While I'm learning how to balance my life, and my energy levels, which I can tell you are extremely low right now. I'm hanging on by a thread, so bear with me. But I want to get back to helping my friends online. So let's go. The first thing I did after my breakup was, yeah, I cried and pled and begged and made a pathetic example out of myself. And I can tell you that stuff doesn't work. If your partner is done with you, there is nothing you can say or do to change their mind. Even if you do, it is merely because they feel sorry for you or they feel bad and they don't want to see you hurting. So save yourself the embarrassment and regret and don't do that. So the first thing I actually had control over after the shock wore off was my thoughts. Not really, but I could do something with them, right? So I journaled. I know we have busy, crazy lives, but in our days, we always have at least 10 minutes that we can sit and practice self care. Sometimes all I could do was obsess over the anxiety of missing my ex and what I would do differently, and I would just write sentences down just to get the crazy thoughts out of my head. You have no idea the amazing benefits that journaling can provide for you just 10 minutes a day. So get everything out of you onto paper and do it every day for at least 30 days. Practice putting your thoughts out there because this will alleviate some of the pressure and the anxiety you feel. Trust me, it works. You know how it can feel to vent to like a friend, what we're thinking and feeling, but our limitations really prohibit us from telling them the whole truth because we're afraid of judgment or we're scared that we're going to be embarrassed by what we say. So the things that we think we don't necessarily share with everyone. So, it can be weird and crazy up here. So, journaling gives you that space where you can release the darkness, the fears, the anxiety, and the truths of what we are really feeling. No one will ever read it, so write it down, whatever comes to mind. Go nuts, because I'm willing to bet you're feeling pretty nuts right now. I promise, promise, promise you it helps. I wrote some pretty sick and twisted thoughts down, but they had nowhere else to go, and the best my friends could say was, I'm sorry you're hurting, or I'm sorry you're feeling this way. People don't really have a solution, and at least not one you want to hear. So be your own best friend and write out your angers and frustrations and fears. Write out your sad thoughts. It doesn't need to make sense or have a purpose. Just get the shit out of your head. Now, once you have learned how to do that, you can start to put new stuff in your head, positive, healthy, and empowering thoughts. We're going to start writing positive affirmations down, and we're going to read them to ourselves every day. If you don't know what a positive affirmation is, it is a series of words strung together to complete a positive intent or belief that you would like to believe or feel. When you read them to yourself, it's going to feel like a lie. That is just your own self worth and your self esteem telling you it's not true. But don't listen to that voice because it lies. You do deserve to have, be, do anything that you want. Here's an example of some positive affirmations: I am enough. I am complete. I am worthy. I set and release my fears I have around moving on and finding love. I deserve abundance in all areas of my life. I am free to be me and to have healthy expectations of myself and others. You get the idea, I hope. Using I am statements are extremely powerful. We create our reality through our thoughts, our feelings, and our actions. What you're thinking about right now could potentially manifest. So, is it helpful to you or is it hurtful? The stories we tell about ourselves really impacts the way we feel about ourselves. If you want to increase your self-esteem, there are three key areas that I find helpful. Number one, positive self-talk. Number two, self-love, no matter your mistakes. And number three, doing esteemable acts towards yourself and others. There's definitely a lot more things that create self esteem, but if we aren't being kind to ourselves or to others, we're not going to feel very good. So, journaling and positive affirmations are just two of the things that I did to heal. The other thing I did was develop goals for myself. If you have no direction in life and no goals, you are just floating and your life has no purpose, or rather, you aren't living on purpose. You are merely existing. Goals have given me a new ambition and new purpose to moving on and growing as a person. I was in so much pain after my breakup that I needed a new focus and a new reason to live. It's really unhealthy to pour all of your existence into another person. You have to be an individual. You have to have your own space to live in. Get goals. If you are lost on that, I recommend coaching to redefine yourself or rediscover your passions and purpose. So, to recap, journaling, positive affirmations, and getting goals and tackling those goals will have a huge influence over your self esteem. There's so much more involved in healing from a breakup, but if you seek for the answers, you will find them. Self-esteem can be built up over time too. It may not be a quick thing. If you work on yourself every day and you focus on what really matters to you and do things that give you confidence, step outside your comfort zone, it'll help build your self-esteem. Looking in the mirror every day and telling yourself positive things, even if you don't believe it, you will start to believe it. You will create your reality by the thoughts that you believe and the actions that you take. So the goals are super important because we have to have a purpose. We have to have a reason to keep going. If we don't have a reason to keep going, we're going to feel lost and suffocated by life. We're going to feel overwhelmed. You have to have clear direction in your mind. So it is so important, and it will help you rebuild your self esteem the more you tackle those little goals in your life. Trust me, I've been doing it, I've been trying it for a year, and it's helped me out tremendously. Doesn't mean I don't get into ruts. It doesn't mean that sometimes I don't feel, you know, incomplete or that I'm messing up my life or that I have no purpose. Because deep down, I know that I am working my life on purpose and I'm trying the best that I can every day, especially with a infant and getting back with my ex. So, one way you can show love to another person and get more free content is to like this video, share this video, follow me for more free content. And also, I would love for you to drop a comment on what has helped you in your journey so far, or if you're going to try this stuff out. I promise you, it'll change your life if you are diligent. If you want more help than you can find in these videos, I am creating an affordable digital course. It's coming soon, so keep watching so you don't miss my launch. I hope this helps, and I hope I can help you turn your pain into power very soon.